The family of Walter Scott in the city of North Charleston, South Carolina, have reached a settlement, $6.5 million. Scott was unarmed when he was shot and killed while running away from a former police officer during a traffic stop April 4th. That shooting was caught on camera by a witness. Former police officer Michael Slager has been charged with his murder. He remains behind bars without bond. Joining me now to discuss all of this, the legal ramifications, the defense, and everything, Philip Holloway, who is a legal expert and analyst for CNN. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So let's talk about this case. First of all, the settlement. How does, if I'm the defense team, how do I look at this settlement that the city's given?
Well, if you're the defense team, you've got to be sweating bullets, because anybody who makes their way onto that jury is a person who is paying at least part of that very large settlement. And you're going to wonder if that juror can really be fair, Martin, if they're saying to themselves, you know, has the city really paid this much money because this guy is innocent? No, they've paid it because they've decided that he's guilty. And by the way, why am I as a taxpayer on the hook for it? And the danger is that they will therefore hold that against the defendant, and it will impact his right to get a fair trial.
But the community there of North Charleston has always acted very quickly. I mean, they fired that officer the moment they saw that video. Yeah. And not only fired, they charged him with murder. So I think in sort of their defense, they settled because they wanted to show that they are on this case.
Fair point, but they could have done it confidentially. They could have made it so that you couldn't talk about it or no information could be released until the criminal trial resolved itself, because let's face it, proof beyond a reasonable doubt, Martin, is the highest burden of proof known to our legal system. In the civil system, it's just proof by a preponderance of the evidence. It's like tilting the scales of justice just
But there wasn't even a lawsuit. I don't believe that they had actually
They didn't have to file one because they settled it without a lawsuit. There was one threatened in the event they couldn't settle it. But the point is that due process is important. The police officer is presumed to be innocent. And by taking this action, the city leaders have sent this message now to the jury pool, which is going to come from that community, to be sure, that they believe this person is guilty of a crime. And if that seeps into the jury pool, even if it's just in the back of their mind, it affects their ability to provide a fair trial to this criminal defendant.
We got about 30 seconds. So if you were on that defense team, what would you advise? What would you do now?
Well, obviously, you have to do a very thorough and sifting examination of the jury pool to find out exactly what feelings people might have about this settlement, if they know about it, and even if they do, can they put it aside? And really, you just have to trust them if they say, yes, I can be fair, even though I know about it and I can put it out of my mind. You just kind of have to take them at their word and hope for the best.
No change of venue?
Change of venue is always a possibility, and I wouldn't be surprised if the defense doesn't make some motion like that.
Okay, Philip Holloway, always good to see you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.